Okay. I think if anybody tunes in, they can hear me. How long is this going to take? So if you're tuning in after the stream, what I've done was I picked up a Core Solo Mac Mini. This Mini excuse me. This Mini I picked up locally, as I'm trying to fix this mic. This Mini I picked up locally for $20 Canadian. The seller said that they couldn't get anything on the display. They were selling it for $40. I said, listen, would you take $20? It is, a 2005, 2006? And they agreed. So after a couple of weeks, I kind of let it slip. I had a lot to do, but a couple of weeks, I went and picked it up and booted it. Used the adapter. They gave me that weird adapter there. I have it on the side right now, but so they gave me that DVI to HDMI adapter, which I'm not sure if I would use something like that with an old Mini like this, but you're not going to get sound out. Plugged it into a monitor with a HDMI and nothing. So what I did was I booted it and just listened to it, put the ear to it, and it turns out the hard drive is not spinning. So the hard drive was borked. So what I did was I used the old tool that we all use to open a Mac Mini, which is right over here. It's pretty dirty, but what you do is you flip the Mini upside down and you carefully just pry up the sides. There are clips that go all along here. The bottom comes off. Take the screws out, pop off the internals, and you just simply swap out the hard drive. It's really not that hard at all. So that is done. It is installing. Oddly enough, this is... One second. Oddly enough, the hard drive that I put inside is a Mac Mini hard drive that I had from another machine. So, not the fastest, is the spinning drive. Luckily, this machine, though, it's been upgraded a little bit. Person did not change the processor, but what you actually can do, they did put in 4 gigs of RAM, which I believe 3 gigs will be visible. Took out my Snow Leopard install, and as you can see, it is installing right now. So it shouldn't be too long. When you're done. Pardon me. I just have to fix something for 1 second. So hopefully, if you're watching this after the fact, you're very impressed with my skills. So hopefully... Now, I might have too many of these Mac Minis. I believe this is number 9, which some people would say is about 8 too many, but personally, I think it is awesome. I love the Mac Mini. They are some of my favorite machines that are out there. Actually, for my own main machine, for my own main machine, sorry, getting spam messages here. For my own main machine, I use a 2018 Mac Mini. I have not upgraded the RAM in that one. It will be coming soon, but I do have a breakaway box, so Sonic breakaway box with an RX 570, 4 gigabytes in that one. So I'm just going to move the camera. Excuse the mess. Just thought I'd show you what else I have going on around here. So this, if I can do this, and I do apologize for the shakiness. This is the Mini right here. There we go. Like I said, pretty good conditions, pretty immaculate, pretty clean. I'm very happy with this purchase. And you can see that my desk is pretty messy. Right over here is a recent pickup. I picked up a lot of things recently. So this is a Xbox One. Picked up originally because I wanted to play some just games when I'm not with using my other television, really. So while I'm in my little nerd cave, whatever you want to call it, I could play over here on this display right over here. This is a free television I got. Works pretty well. Retron 5 right over here. If you don't have a Retron 5, I encourage you to use it or to find one. Game Boy, Genesis, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Famicom, and actually I will be picking up some Famicom games very soon that hopefully we'll get to test on this. And there is the screen, or the install screen, which is not showing up very well. I apologize, of the Mini right now. So let's tighten this back up so the camera doesn't fall. There we are. So I'm pretty happy with this whole thing. Now, it has been installing Snow Leopard now, I'd say for about 20-30 minutes. This hard drive is not a good hard drive. But it'll do until I decide if I want to spend some money onto an SSD or not. So I hope everyone is having a good weekend. I know I should be picking up more machines very soon. Plan is there is somebody else in my area who is giving away some machines. So a Power Mac G3, as well as I think a 7200. 7200 doesn't have a drive on it, or sorry, a CD-ROM on it, but I have plenty of extras. So I should be able to install that. And the G3, I'm not too sure because I already have all kinds of the G3s. The blue and white, the big tower, the regular desktop, the all-in-one. I have all of them. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this. Maybe repair it and trade it with somebody else in the community. Who knows? We'll see. Now, this was a very impromptu stream. But just for fun. So according to this, we have 9 minutes left, which probably will take even longer. So I don't know, maybe show a little bit of my collection while we wait. Just try to hide any personal effects right now. I think we're pretty good for that. Move the microphone. So just show a little bit of what I have in my collection. So right over here, let's just boot it up. So on top is just some of my, there we go, On top is just some of my handhelds, so that's not everything, but it's a lot of my iPods. I have the original iPhone there. I have the original iPod there. I have iPods in box, or one, I should say, right over there, and some iPod socks. Some of my favorite things. They're very small, so they're easy to collect, which is always amazing. Over here, some of my other models. So I guess you can see the TAM right over there. Sorry, it's backwards for me right now. TAM was a local buy. I did not know they sold in my area, and I'm pretty sure they did not ever sell them in my area. Gift from my wife. I found it online. Haggled a tiny bit with the seller, knowing that how rare it was and how valuable it could be, and picked it up. And it was around birthday time, so it was perfect. So I was able to pick that up. Now over there is my classic. I've had many classics. Classics I found are a dime a dozen, but this one was repaired by a friend of mine, and it has like this little Kensington screen cover there, I guess you could call it. It's just like sunglasses almost, but when you take that off, it's yellowed. Now he recapped everything, the power supply too, I believe, or the board's done, so it works perfectly fine. Down here, it's hard to see, but there is a 2C given to me locally when I went to get one of these, actually. Color Classic. This is with the original board. Inside, I had an LC575 board to do the Mystic upgrade, but I decided I want to keep this pretty original. Yeah, it's slow, but it's an original machine, and I kind of like having it that way. And then I have a Quadra 840 AV, which, if he ever watches the stream, Mac84, subscribe to his channel. I know he's been working on his for it seems like a decade. Mine seems to work just fine. It probably will need a recapping, as they all do, but it is functional. And then a 8100 AV right over there. And underneath, if I can tilt this camera, so you can see two iMacs. I have a Snow, and it's a tray loader next to it, which actually has a CPU upgraded. So I believe it is 466 megahertz. Don't quote me. I have a channel, I have a video on my channel of me actually upgrading it. It's just a drop-in CPU upgrade. What else? Well, I could show everything. There are some badly placed laptops from PowerBook, TiBooks, iBooks, MacBook Pros, MacBooks, everything on top. Where you see the paper, my kid made those, did some drawings for me. There is a 5160, as well as an IBM portable. There's some LCs, 2SI. I have on top in the middle, those are some clone systems that I have. Move my chair out of the way. That machine in the middle is not what it seems. I have actually upgraded it. I have some photos. I don't have a video on my channel about it, but it's all modern internals, modern for 2017. I'm at G4, 20-inch, and then there's my G3s. And then on the bottom, 2GS with a monitor that does not go with it, Tandy. And I don't know if you can see it. My chair is in the way. eMac, Apple II Plus, as well as a clone Apple II. But there we go. And here we are. We are back to finishing the install. So those are just some of the machines right there. All right. Let's get the install done. Canadian English. Do not transfer my information. We're going to say different network setup for now. Let's skip this. Command Q, and then you can skip it. And yes, no password because I live dangerously. Sorry, just had to remove a spam password. Spam comment. I am not inaudible. So let's see if the battery, because I put in a new battery. Yeah, why not 2009 for now? Let's see if it works. Hey, Jeremy, I'm talking to myself because I find a lot of the time after my stream, I get a lot more views after the stream for some reason than during the stream. So why not? So I'm just going to move the camera off for just 1 second. Because I need to put in something. One moment. I need to go over there. Go out. No, go out. I'll put on cartoons. Go. Go sit. Go sit. I'll be right back. I just have to set something up. Hey, Trina, just give me 1 second. I have to set up something just for someone else. All right, sorry about that. My kid wanted to. Hi, Adam. My kid wanted to watch something, so I had to get them out of the room. So looks like the easy peasy Snow Leopard install is done. And just in case you're wondering, yes, original discs. I don't have copies, or I don't have copies of the original discs. I essentially have 5 of them because I kept finding them at thrift stores, and I actually bought one from Apple. Still sealed, actually. This is a little weird collectible. Trina, did you want to see the iPod socks? I'm going to move. It's going to be quite shaky. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can see them. They should be right. It's hard to do this because it's all backwards to me. Right there in the box. Those are the iPod socks. All right, so about this Mac. Wait a minute. That's very strange. This is not what this was supposed to be. So I don't know if you could see this. Can't really zoom it in, but it says, sorry, I had to set up really badly today. This was just a, you can't really see it, but this is a 2.33 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo. That is not supposed to be what this is. According to the spec of the machine, the specs written on the bottom of the machine are 1.5 gigahertz. Yes, this video is a lie. Sorry, Adam. No, I mean, the seller never told me this. I already have a 1.5 gigahertz Core Solo. I do not have a 2.33 gigahertz Intel Core 2. Core 2 Duo. So I guess the person knew what they were doing. You're liking my TAM over there, Adam? Let's see if I can show you. Very cool, eh? The only problem is, I mean, it works, but on one side of the screen, it has like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a line, slightly discolored line on one part of the screen. Also, the door for the CD drive over there, it opens and closes, but one part of the bottom is snapped. And some of the plastics on it are not too great. There's just some of my other projects. The year of the computer's what, 2005, 2006? Of the Mini? Wow. Okay, I was not expecting this to be what it is. You have a Core 2 Duo inside of a, sorry. You have a Core 2 Duo hiding in your Mac Classic. I'm assuming since you repair everything that it was completely dead, the Classic, and you're just trying to repurpose it. See if I could bring everything closer. Sorry for the noise. One moment. Again, I'm far from being a professional at this. The Mini has not been put together, as you can see. Other things I've been working and playing around with. And of course, the cracking tool. This should be a bit better. Hope you can still hear me. Hey, Jay. Yes. This was just spur of the moment. I probably should have started streaming when I repaired this machine. So it turns out, if you missed the beginning, this is not what I thought it was. This is listed and even written underneath as a Core Solo, 1.5 gigahertz Core Solo, and it actually was upgraded. Thanks for everybody who left a like. I definitely appreciate it. So since I don't have a setup like Jay where I could just, copy an entire install throughout my network, I'm going to be updating all the machines myself off the internet, because luckily Apple keeps the servers online. So I don't know if you guys want to see anything interesting from my collection. I know Trina loves this. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So this is for Trina right here. The iPod sucks. It even has, hold the microphone over here. It even has the little tab there. You see where they'd hang it up? So it looks complete to me. It has been opened, but nothing was ever used. I was given this, actually. Somebody was getting rid of a ton of stuff. They put it on Facebook Marketplace, just come and take a bag of random stuff. I saw this in the bag, so I ran to get it. Yeah, I'm thinking I won't buy your updates for $10 and just download them for now. To be fair, I mean, I have plenty of machines I could just clone the drive from. Tangerine, iBook for $60. Brought it from the UK, and then you're waiting up an adapter. That's not bad. I'm assuming that's what, 60 USD? I found one, Jeremy. In my area, it was $10 Canadian because they sold it not knowing if it works. They didn't have a power adapter. I had an extra power adapter for one of those, so I took the chance and worked perfectly fine. So $10 Canadian is not bad. There you go, Trina. You're a moderator. If I wasn't Canadian, well, I'm proud to be Canadian. Make fun of it all you want. I mean, I'm in an odd part of Canada. Well, a lot of Canada is a bit odd, but I'm definitely in an odd part of Canada, but I am a proud Canadian. So, Trina, did you want to be a mod to kick somebody out? Actually, I have some other things maybe I could show that you probably find interesting. Give me 1 second. And it's going to feel like a showing off stream, but I promise you it's not that. It's just I know you all appreciate these things. Man, Adam, you're always working on these Apple IIs. Go ahead, you can share some links, Trina. So something else I found locally, right here, it's an original 5 gigabyte iPod. And what's really cool about this, I love the writing on it. So I picked this up. The person selling it, they got it from their friend who worked at Corel, I think. And they were at the event when this was shown. And they got it there. So it's not in the greatest of shape. As you can see, it's a little damaged. Sorry. It's not focusing. I can't see because I'm doing everything opposite. There you go. So a little bit of damage, but you know what? And quite dirty. The battery's finished, but it's mine. I think it was a $20 pickup right there. Yeah, it's not a Core Solo. Underneath, it's written that it is a Core Solo. The seller sold it as is, essentially. He was going to scrap it and said like he would take any offer at this point because it wasn't turning on. As you can see there, or I think you could see there. Sorry, it's a really trash screen I'm using, but it says 2.33. I think you can see it better. 2.33 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo. So he obviously updated it and just didn't tell me. What kind of accessories did you find, Adam? Oh, Jeremy, so you got it. It's clean UK keyboard. Yeah, more than likely it works perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't think I have one with a 2.33 solo. Actually, this is pretty cool. I thought I was just getting another 1.5 gigahertz solo. I have one already. Well, I think I have two, but one's dead as a door now. Something else I thought you'd enjoy seeing. iPod Shuffle. I believe it's the original. Great shape. Even has a little hang tab on it. Now, it didn't come with the Shuffle. I actually had one in my collection. I just put it in. Actually, no, I did. This one was the one. No, this was actually complete. Sorry if I'm lying. No, this was complete. Excuse me. Which is a cool addition. You want me to check the serial number? I could tell you what the serial number is. Just give me 1 second. What? Sorry, I'm using the mouse on a really terrible desk. I'll type it into the chat if you want to check. This should be it. YM613666, the sign of you know who. U35. You can check it on that website. It's Apple Serial, whatever. Not sure I trust that site. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to put back the stuff I took down. Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah. So yeah, as you say, 1.5 gigahertz Core Solo. Now I didn't change any of the drives or anything. I do believe it's now. I could put this in. I haven't decided. I don't know if it'll fit. It's from an iMac G5. Or let's restart. Or I have this one from yet another iMac G5. I had two of those ambient light ones that one no video out, one just back caps. Well, yeah, actually, honestly, I was on my way back to the house with my family, and I was just talking about it, saying, these are the ones that are socketed, and I could probably just swap out the CPU. But for $20, like the CPU would cost me probably more getting it shipped over here than it's actually worth. I was gonna leave it as the original. This too could be yours, Jay, for the low, low price of $150 plus shipping. Yeah, Jeremy, I think this is, like I said, I think this is the only one that you could upgrade the CPU in. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's the only Mac Mini that they allowed you to. Well, allowed. I don't know if they encouraged it. I don't know. Let's see what else I could show you guys. I think I have pretty interesting things in my collection, but the problem is this table is kind of blocking everything. No. I hate selling my Macs, which is why I have a mini hoard in this house. 150 slaps in the face. I'm kidding, obviously. Honestly, if I ever sell machines to friends, I don't like to make money off of them. You want to see my face? Tell you what, if this stream gets 30 likes, I'll show you my face now. Ouch. I don't know. It's showing on my end that the stream is unstable. I hope it's okay. I don't know. Let's see if I can find something else that'll entertain you while this is installing. Give me one moment. All right, and I'm back. Yes, Adam, I actually did not plan on doing this at all. I thought I'd just do it for fun. Almost as if I can look back on this video and say, this was the install of my Core Solo. What is that you posted, Trina? 2008 MacBook for parts. Aren't those the model with the bad NVIDIA GPU? I mean, for $20, maybe I would do it. So, said I'd show you some more entertaining things in my collection. Here's one as I try not to hit the screen. External Mackley drive, I believe. The hard drive inside, I'm pretty sure, is dying out. I used it as a backup drive for years for my Mac Pro. Firewire, eSATA, USB, all the fun stuff. And then a drive that I know Jay's going to love. This I got, I'm trying to remember how long ago now. I've never actually used it. The drive's inside, it doesn't sound like it's working. So I try not to hit that screen. There you go. Old Apple enclosure. I do not want to hit that. little scuzzy enclosure. I just like the look of it. I haven't had a reason to use it yet. So those are just a couple things. Almost done. Wasn't it the oh, you're talking about the beige one. Yeah, very odd. Let's see what else I could find to entertain you fine folk. To get me up to, what did I say, 20 or 30 likes? I'll be right back. All right. It's true. I kind of leaned in there just to see if you're all paying attention. If you share this stream, we might get up to that. I think I said 30 likes. I know you're all able to do that. So here's something else I just grabbed out of my little tech closet. Ethermac iPrint adapter. I showed this to Steve, Mac84, which you all know. Turns out he has one. I believe it's complete in the box too. Been used. This was from a collector. But yeah, everything should be there. I mean, I have no reason to use it. I have no interest in printing on old printers, and I do not keep old printers. Thanks, Trina. I appreciate you. So that was a bit more. I don't know what else to show you. Do you all like video games, or is it just Macs? For a lot of you, I know it's just Macs. Oh, I said 13. Oh, did I? It's hard to do because I have my kid in the other room, so I don't want them coming in. I don't want them online, you know? So if you want, I got a lot of things I could show hardware or software wise. It's going to be hard to move things around, as you see, because I am pinned essentially against my main desk setup with my Mac and my Windows PC. And I have like this little white table / desk that I've used in the past when I've needed it for filming or whatever. So I'm kind of like jammed at the corner. Ignore the lines on the screen. This is a piece of garbage monitor that I picked up years back. It was $20. It works. The viewing angles are trash though. So give me 1 second. I'll see what else I could find. Again, let's get me to all that 30 likes. All right. All right, Trina, let's keep it PG, please. Thanks, Jeremy. All right, so we're partially updated. And keep going. Now, I took out something from my collection. Be forewarned, what I'm going to show you now is not something for Mac, people will say. Or at least not this version. So, as my name implies, I like a lot of the retro tech, so I don't necessarily only like Mac. I prefer using Macs. My main machines for about 11 years have been Macs, but it doesn't mean that I'll only use Macs. I played around from things like Tandy's, Atari's, Commodore. I've had an Amiga once. I didn't have it very long. PCs. Yeah, a lot of different things like that. So a lot of different computers. And I have... Let's see if anyone can recognize this. I don't know if you recognize that. There's a big hint on the back. It's not PCI. It's well, sorry, I should say that's not what I'm looking for, I should say. The other card should give you a hint. So I have two of these, two different versions from different years. So yeah, some 3DFX cards. Now, these are untested. LGR actually did, I'm pretty sure, an episode on this, as I try to find a way to show you. Yeah. This is pure 3D Canopus. The memory chips and everything on board. It is a toaster. Is there anything you don't know, Bruce? And Bruce, I gotta say that when I watch your streams, I'm always amazed. I've never seen someone who seems to know something about everything as much as you do. And I'm not being sarcastic. I honestly think it's incredible. And Jay, thank you for streaming. If you're still here. Let's remove this. Message there. So yeah, a couple of 3FX cards. One I was just given straight up. Somebody was just cleaning out their computer parts, and one I actually had to pay about $20. But if you look up those 3DFX cards, they're pretty valuable stuff for vintage gamers, really. And I think there's a way for, let's just see. I believe for the second one I showed, I'm not sure for this exact model though, that I think you could flash these. I'm not entirely sure. I've heard there is, that you can use them on old Macs. If someone is able to find that information, I'd love to see it. Because I know Steve had did a video, but it was for an iMac. Or was it a live stream with his iMac that he put one in? Super cool. So while we wait for this, should I get a few more oddities out of the collection? Did I forget the subscriber lock? I guess I did. It's not the end of the world. I could keep removing those messages. Or if anything, Trina should be doing this. Hi, Joe. Welcome to the exciting install of Snow Leopard on what was a Core Solo Mini, but turned out has been upgraded by the former owner. Sorry for the shaking. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, it's 2.33 gigahertz. It is not what they claimed it was. And if it's blurry, I do apologize. Again, this is extremely impromptu. But yeah, 2.33 gigahertz. As everything shakes, my apologies. So, should I take something else out? I mean, we have the choice, really. It could be hardware or software. I gotta admit right now, I'm looking at where I keep my Mac software, and it is not the easiest location to get to. You forgot about a box of 80B keyboards? Like puck mice. Okay. Give me one moment. I will find some interesting mice. All right, I'm back. Not sure if you caught that. So, yeah. I do have a lot of Mac mice, or Apple mice. As you can see, if you're looking now, this is where I keep the Apple ones, at least. Yeah, the Core Solo, which this was, again, if you're just joining now, we'll restart it. If you're just joining now, it's actually has been upgraded by the former owner, it seems, without telling me, to a Core 2 Duo 2.33. So, because Jay asked for it, and I know he's my biggest fan, I'll show you some of the mice, if I can find a place to put this whole thing down. All right. Yeah, custom upgrade. So, of course, we'll start off with Jay's favorites. Personally, I like the look of the puck mice, but I am not a fan of using them, sorry to say. Can I put a Core 2 Quad in the Mini? I don't think so. I'm thinking no. I don't think I've ever seen that upgrade before. Then I have one in the bag. Again, I don't think Apple sold it like this. I could be wrong. I've never actually used it, and it's tied up. You know, this little thing right here. But this is not like a regular sandwich bag or anything. I don't know if I have any other puck mice. Oh, wait. They all seem to be the same exact one, so I do apologize. Again, this is the third one. Sorry for hitting the camera. This time the Apple logo is Gone. I'm assuming someone just rubbed it out. Uline bag, is that what it is? Has anybody ever seen one of these? This dirty thing here. You have one? Very cool. And hey, Steve. So, Steve, I'm still waiting for that. I think you promised me an iPhone 13 from your channel. For all the likes that I keep getting you. Yeah, this is a power computing mouse. It actually came with one of my power computing machines. I have two of them, one with a CPU upgrade, which unfortunately is not working. Sorry for all the noise. I'm trying to find something else. How about this? This is an interesting one. I don't know. If you guys are entertained by this, I'll keep showing you this. Do you really want to keep seeing all the other weird Apple mice in my collection? I'll keep showing you if you want to see. I just don't want to bore you all with all of this. Because I have a lot of things. I don't have the amount of things Steve has. But I do have weird mice, or weird Apple and PC mice. But I'm just going to show you the Apple ones if you want to see. So I have one of these. So a Mackley mouse. However, sorry for the shaking. Did you just share one of your videos? If you did, that's all right. I actually think you do a great job with your videos. Does it need a special mouse pad? Honestly, I don't think I've ever used that one. I would assume it needs a mouse pad because those early optical mice all seem to. I have like this white table out here right now, which you can't really see, but that I'm using to install the OS and put my machines on right now. And unless it's like a newer mouse, newer optical mouse, they just never seem to work here. So I have two of those, which I don't really need two, as you can see. If my connection's stable, let me know. There's not tons I can do about it right now. Other people in the house are using my connection. We are not going to download Flash. So there you go. For anybody who didn't see at the beginning, sorry if it's blurry. Again, this screen is pretty trash. So 2.33 gigahertz. Any other exciting mice that I have here? Well, I was able to find another of these. I can get it in frame. And yet another. Let's see if I can do something with this mini. Just 1 second. Because the whole point was to update it and to see what I could do with it. So I think we're almost done the software updates. An old ADB trackball? Good. Now, what I'd like to do what browser should I use? Let me just turn you away for 1 second. You could look at the lovely Macs in the corner. Well, let's see if I could connect to my local drives on the network. It says my name, so I don't want it shown to the world. Not really sure which ones I should take. Yeah, Trina, I'm trying to put in a semi-reliable browser here, and I think I have some backed up. But I'm looking. Oh, here we go. In my NAS right now for something I could use. No, I didn't want it to do that. So I think I'll try Arctic Fox. In front of my classic, I think it's like a Kensington screen cover, like almost for the, I'm assuming it was for the brightness, assuming protection. If I take that off, Adam, the whole thing is yellowed right under here. So the former owner, they put that on, and they always had it on, but I can't get it off. I could, but it's gonna look like trash underneath. So I leave it. Is this a static picture? No. This, it's on the screen. I'm in a basement. So the opposite way is my window. Okay. Whoop. Let's see. Is that any better? I hope so. You should buy another USB to ADB adapter so you can use a trackball on your Mac Mini. Speaking of adapters, speaking of exciting adapters, I don't know if any of you go garage sailing in your area. Around here, it's been pretty difficult, obviously, for what's been going on the last couple of years. But I found this really nice seller, and he had a lot of things like, Apple adapters, things like that, power supplies. And I bought a whole ton of things. So I bought a whole ton of things from this person. And one thing I saw, I didn't quite know what it was. I taped it together. I didn't get it this way. It just kind of fell apart. The plastic is kind of brittle. You can't see. Actually, give me one moment. I'm going to see if... No, it's quite dark. All right, give me one moment. I'm going to see if I can get a light onto things. I'll be right back. All right, I took out a light. Hopefully this will help. So, there you go. I think Adam already said what it was. Ignore the tuck tape. It is an iMate, so you can connect ADB mice or keyboards through USB. I paid about $1, I think, for this. Again, at the time, I had no idea what it was. I just knew it. I wasn't sure if it was like a PS2 adapter at first, though. Uninstall Flash OS 10. Let's get rid of that garbage. And sorry about the refresh rate on this trashy monitor. Wow, just looking up if I could uninstall it seems to have frozen the system. That's pretty amazing. So this is generally what I do if I get a new Mac, especially an older Mac. It seems to think I... Huh? It seems to think that I want to use Flash. Uninstall. And sorry about my name on there. It looks terrible. I'm going to try MorphOS a second time on your G4 when you're done upgrading. I've never used the MorphOS. That's the one that you have to pay for, right? Unless I'm mixing it up, but that's the thing. I've never bothered to use it because I understand why they're charging, but in the end, is it an OS and I'm really going to be using too much? I really don't think so. Dock. Get rid of that. Wow, this is working spectacularly well. I'm hoping it's just the software, because it keeps freezing. Anybody have any other options for OSs? Sorry, not to say OSs, or web browsers, or should I just stick with this? And yes, it's all white and blurry. Should be back in a second. All right. Yeah, I did see that there was a little battery in it. I have not changed it. So, should I upgrade this, or should I install some Snow Leopard software? This is Arctic Fox Trina. I don't know if there's a newer version than this, but it is, if you can see it. If you can't, hold on. Well, that didn't help at all. 27. Let's see. Does that help? Not really, huh? Hard to see. Again, I'm not exactly what you call a professional streamer. So Arctic Fox version 27. 32-bit. Linux, BSD Unix, or Windows? We'll just go with Leopard. Well, I'm not going to go with original Leopard. If anything, I keep it on Snow Leopard, but do you think I should be trying any software on this one? Again, I've played around with Linux. I've never made it like a main thing, though. It's not really for me. Just taking a look around, see what I can possibly show you. I don't know. We go to Macintosh Garden, the Garden. Huh? Oh, probably have to spell it correctly, huh? The Garden. What can I try? See, I don't think any of this software is gonna. Yeah, this is way too old. Huh. Snow Leopard right there. No, this is all gonna be too old. What should I put? I'm going to take a look into my own personal software. You just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. No, I'm not going to be installing GIMP. Let's just get rid of this. Check my NAS. So what do you say? I was able to find this now. I find when I was shopping interest stores right now, you know, with all this going on, I've kind of stayed away from the big stores. I found this a while back. I've never used it though. It is universal. If it would focus. I think the screen behind it's not helping. And it should work according to the requirements down there. Recommended system requirements 1048, 2 gigahertz, gig of RAM, 128 megs of VRAM, 4 gigabytes hard disk, and a controller. Oh no, Trina, I knew you were installing it. I was thinking like, yeah, I'm not going to do that on this one myself. I don't know. Should we give this a try? Looks interesting. Why not? You're in Denmark. Grostinen? Stormy? Well, I'm in Canada, and the part of Canada I'm in, it's not stormy. It's very white outside, so it's all cloudy, I should say. Minus 14 Celsius. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, by the way. The disc is perfectly fine. As you can see, there's my thumb. The Mini still doesn't have the top of it on, by the way. I've been doing all this. Here's the top of it. Again, this is very impromptu. I just thought I'd just try out streaming on this machine. On my Mini, I should say my 2018 Mini. So you might hear it running the disc. So I do apologize for the noise, but again, I'm in a very cramped room here, so you're going to definitely hear everything. You probably hear the air coming from the air exchange in the house too. Here we go. Pretty sure you can hear the. Oh, just drag. Okay. And we'll let that set up. -24 degrees Celsius in Phoenix. I'm pretty jealous, I have to say. I'm not a winter person. I've lived in Canada my whole life, but I've never been a winter person. I mean, yeah, they say a lot of kids love winter because you can go outside and play, make snow forts or snowballs with people you don't like, all that fun stuff. Go, skating. I can't stand the cold. Even as a kid, when I get wet and it was cold outside, it bothered me. Or if you ever wear those, not neck warmers, but like the face warmers. I don't know if you ever seen like they look like you're gonna rob a joint or something, the eyes cut out and the nose and all that, but your mouth's covered up. I've always hated those because I always felt like the moisture in your mouth after, which is why I can't wear a scarf because it just drives me wild, drives me bonkers. Not a fan. And in Arizona, I know you have the coyotes, which apparently you guys don't want. But you have an NHL team. But you guys don't want it, or they're renting out an arena, but the city doesn't want them there. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. All I know is your hockey team is way better than my hockey team at this point. 4 years upstate New York. You hate it when it's hotter than 22? I don't know. I don't want it like 40 degrees Celsius outside, but it's 25, 26 degrees. I don't know. I'm perfectly fine with that. You have the Cactus League. I'm not huge on baseball. I played when I was younger, when I was a kid, but baseball where I am is not really seen as massive. The closest team we have is in Toronto, the Blue Jays. We actually wanted to bring a team to Quebec, to Montreal. Actually, they were going to take, I can't remember who it is now. They were going to take one of the American teams, and half the year they were going to spend in Montreal. But just recently, the commissioner of baseball put the kibosh on that and said no. Which, we had the Expos. They were a good team till the end, till they were just a trash team that they took all the great players, traded them off. Everyone says it was done intentionally. I wouldn't be surprised. No. The Mac Mini is not running off the original hard drive. I'm pretty sure that was the problem, Adam, actually. So when I first plugged it in, it came with this weird DVI to HDMI wire. I plugged it in. I heard the fans, but I didn't hear any ticking or clicking of the hard drive. So I changed out the hard drive with, oddly enough, and then the Mac Mini hard drive. This is the original drive. It's what was inside. I don't hear anything. That sounds like it's broken. But also, it's weird. Like, I don't hear any noise at all. Like it's jammed or stuck or something. So I actually took another hard drive that, oddly enough, came from a Mac Mini. No SSD. I don't have any extra SSDs right now. Actually, I have like 5 or 6 enclosures for IDE to MSATA drives. So like the little ones that are like the same size as like a regular 2.5-inch drive. But I haven't bought any MSATAs. I put one in a PowerBook, my 15-inch PowerBook. But even the cheap ones at $30 Canadian a pop, it's a lot of money to justify putting in one of these older machines. Yeah, 32 degrees. I mean, where I am in Quebec, you could get to that. I mean, not the whole summer, generally. I mean, at that point, it's pretty dangerous for people who don't have air conditioning or the elderly, you know? Yeah, if you can afford an SSD for a semi-modern Mac, and they're not too much of a pain to open, I say do it. My 2010 Mac Mini, my 2011 Mac Mini, they both have SSDs. There, I could see the point of doing it, and it's really not a very difficult install. I actually did a video on, I think it was my 2010 on my channel. Super simple, though. Man, this is slow going. I don't know, maybe I'll swap out this drive eventually. You stay home during the day in the summer? I can see that. I mean, over 32, yeah. I don't know if I'd stay home all day. I'd find a mall or something before the whole world went crazy for the past couple of years. You know, stay cool, or, you know, go to a local pool, something like that. Wow, is this slow? For almost 4 gigs of data, it's going to take like 10 minutes. Adam, is your 2012 in set up like in a RAID? Or is it just like one's the OS drive and one's the data drive? I'll be right back. I just need to check up on something. You have to play for a bit. Yeah. I'm going to still be in there, okay? Daddy doing something. You want to play Tetris? Don't come in there. You can stay out here. All right, sorry about that. Minus 18 over there. We are at minus 14 over here, Trina. So Montreal is, or the Montreal area is slightly warmer than Toronto. And not just in our hearts. Sorry, I shouldn't put down Toronto, but it's, I don't know. It always felt like a big city just to be big, you know? Two spinner 1 terabytes. Okay. So you're gonna get the M1 now? I don't know. After it's been for like a year or so. Personally, if I was gonna get a new Mac, and I'm not, because like I said before, I have a 2018 Mini that mid-range 2018, and it works just great. I would wait. I mean, a lot of people who say wait for the next one, but honestly, it's been out for so long that M1. Either go to the refurb store at this point and get yourself it like a lot cheaper than what it's selling for now, or just wait a little bit longer for the new model. I have a feeling the new model is completely redesigned, just like they did with the Power Max to the Intel transition. They kept the same body styles for most of the machines, and then about after a year or so, 2 years, whatever it was, you got new machines. They look new. Yes, you are the center of Canada, obviously. I've noticed that, whenever it's like hockey night in Canada, it always has to focus on the Maple Leafs. Because you're Canada's team, supposedly. I don't know how people in Edmonton or in Vancouver or other places around Canada would feel about that statement, but sure. Go Toronto. Whew, this is the slowest copying of a game. I don't know. Maybe I'll find something else interesting to show you. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, so I found something. I don't know how interesting it's going to be. But again, it's all what I can get to right now. So I have one of these. Does anybody know what this is before I open it up? Nothing on that side. Any ideas? Four come one to five come one. I've done that. The Flash is actually pretty simple. My daily driver is the Mini. So it is a box. Adam, you are a very intelligent man. It shows. I'm not being sarcastic. It is a box. You are correct. Let's see if you can figure out more, just judging by what's inside. Any ideas? Nothing? It is not video related, no. There have been videos done on it. Here it is. It is a QCat. It's hard to see. Sorry, I'm going to try to fix it. Yeah, it's kind of like a barcode reader. So they made it for Mac and PC. It's a very weird system. I don't think it did especially well. I've never used it. I've never seen the purpose of actually using it. I got it from a Mac collector. So as explains here, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to see if I can get it into frame. The QCat reader forever changed the way you use the internet. It reads any product code and transports you to the web page for the product. So rather than searching through the endless pages of unrelated text, you simply swipe a product code with your QCat reader, and the CRQ software takes you instantly to the web page you want. No more cumbersome searches, no more wasted downloads. There you go. They had buckets of fries. I've never had a fries in my area. I think that's an American only thing. But I can see them having a lot of them, because I see no reason to have this. Again, I was given this. It looked kind of cool, but do I find it something I actually want to keep forever? No. All right, so I think we're done. Just shut off this light. Jobs require Windows sometimes. Yeah, my job forces me to use Windows. We're not allowed to buy anything Mac except for iPads, it seems. Hopefully I don't need this disk. We'll find out in about a second. You know, I heard fries doesn't exist, but I'm saying that we've never had them as far as I know. I don't even know if there's been any Canadian ones. Never mind just my area. I've seen videos about them. They always had, if I'm wrong, tell me, but they always had like those weird looking stores. Like some of them look like it was like spaceships or almost. I don't know. Hey, Dave. But a ton of electronics stores don't exist anymore. Let's see. Now, my setup is very awkward. I'll show you just so you can see that it's not exactly great for trying to game, as you can see here. So there's what my keyboard is. There's the top of the Mini. The Mini itself is right here. Just move the light stand out of the way or have it tumble on top of me. There we go. Caught it just before it hit the ground. Whew. My life is saved. Okay. I don't know, you all talk about it like it was pretty amazing. Let me just put away the screwdriver set. My iFixit set. If you don't have one, do you really repair anything? And move the keyboard. This is going to be a whole thing because I'm definitely not set up to game. Let's see, is this going to require an activation? Oh! So if you can't see, that was the biggest waste of time. So we cannot run that game. Oh well. How about for now, I'm going to pop back on the top. Because it's bothering me that it's in this state of disarray. Let's move everything out of the way. And yes, this is a very cramped area, but this is not normally set up. So I'm going to unplug everything. The camera is going to move really quickly. I apologize for this. Yes, I saw that. Thanks for getting rid of the spammer. Well, Trina, we still technically, well, you know, my area, we kind of have Radio Shack. It's called La Source, or The Source. I thought it was in Toronto, too. Things keep falling in this little area. There it is, completely out of focus. With whatever that is. Okay. I always hate putting these back together. Always. And there goes the screw. Seems one was not tightened. Let's see which one it was. Okay, go play. Shut the door, please. Shut, shut, shut. Sorry about that. I believe it is this one right here. So I obviously did not tighten it properly. Let's get that back together. Yeah, you think those spammers could at least hit like? And I want to say thank you to everybody who has hit the like button. This was completely impromptu. I've never streamed like this before. I've done a couple of game streams, things like that. But nothing like this. Let's see. If I did this right, nothing will fall out. I did it. Well, I think it's just being difficult because it knows it's being recorded. There's 1 second. Lift it. Let's try this again. Let's pop it off. I know you can't see this, sorry. But I don't like to show off my failures live on stream because it is being a pain and not going in straight. Okay. Whoop. Sorry about that. There. Ignore how disgusting that looks. That is not... Ooh. Did I cut myself? Don't think so. Okay, no, my hands are fine. No, I'm not bleeding. It's so weird. Must be something red on the bottom. Okay. One moment. There we go. I will have to clean this up. But there she is. Take the cables, put them back. Power. Mouse. USP. There's nothing like a good Apple USP keyboard. And you know what? Let's try that weird adapter that this thing had. If I can find it. Because he said it didn't work as the mouse falls off the table. Man, I have too many cables in front of me. Let's move this. My workspace. Looks terrible. Why not use as my Xbox turns on? Why not use it on an Xbox? One moment, I'm gonna have to move some stuff around. All right, most of the rat's nest of wires have moved. Let's move the camera. I apologize for this. I think that's an okay view. Now, place your bets. Does this DVI to HDMI adapter actually do anything? Three, two, one. Probably should turn on the screen. My free television. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat here. So it seems to work. Sorry how blurry it is. Whoop. However, oh, there we go. Not what I wanted to do at all. I don't know if you can actually see this very well, though. Stop looking at Facebook Marketplace. Does that help? I wish I could get this closer, but I cannot. So I don't know what else to show you all. It seems that that game will not work. I do have one idea, actually, but I have to go on my NAS. So, as my NAS has my name on it, let's just move this to the side. Great if I had a piece of paper or an actual mouse pad over here. Well, let's just use this. So yes. No, this is going to take forever. Forget that. My eMac? That's just one of them, Dave. That's actually the 1.42. I have two of them. Is two too many? I feel like two is too many. Now, wish there was a way I could control this camera right now. You think I could see some videos with this thing? Let's try this. First of all, is it muted? It is. Let's just see if I can get to my own channel. You found 6 Mac Minis for 300 each, or 6 for 300? Because that's a very different deal. If it's 300 each, no. If it's 300 for 6, maybe. But you got to be prepared to put in some work to sell those minis. They are 11 years old. I mean, I have one, and honestly, I mean, it's fun and all, but there's not a ton of people looking or in the market for one that old. And I like old machines, but still, I paid. I don't know, how much did I pay? My last mini was like 70 to 100, maybe. There I am. And what we're doing right now. So, I don't know. Let's go to tech pickups. If you haven't checked this out, I have a whole series, which I did mostly, I think, last year, of different tech pickups, of different things I was able to find out in the wild. Does this work? Put the volume. Oh, you're not going to hear it. Yeah, that's fine. Because it's running through HDMI. You could sell them for me to 300 each, but there is no way that I would actually pay that. So you could try. Is this even playing? Come on. It's probably not the best series for this. And I do apologize. You're not going to hear any sound on this because it's thinking that I'm running the audio off of HDMI. Okay, well, we'll at least see it. If it will make it big. That's not bad. So this is my 72-pin repair for original NES. Yes. I keep trying. Yeah. Wow. That's not bad. It's streaming. Was it Brostonen? Yeah, you can never have too many until your wife sees that you have too many. If too many, it means that you're hiding them in certain places. Could be closets. Could be like piling them on top of each other. Yeah. Trina, I would not pay hundreds of dollars for those kinds of machines. Again, I like retro, but I would never spend what I would call stupid money on retro machines. There's no point of spending $300 on an unsupported machine. They're not rare, number one. It's not like you're never going to come across another one, right? They're easy to find. People still have their Mac Minis. Everyone thinks because they look like they're new that they're worth tons of money. They're really not. I wait until I could find them at reasonable prices or people just getting rid of things. Yeah, maybe I get lucky, but still, you can find them. Rustin has no wife. Okay, well, then get all the machines you can. You lucked out in that way, I guess. Your boyfriend says, well, to me, Trina, I mean, I've been married for a little bit, not forever, but all I could say is that I'm now selective to what I bring, and she's very understanding. Right? Especially now, we have to find ways for our sanity with what's going on right now. Man, this is a really good video. I hope you all noticed that I wore my Mario shirt in that video to repair my NES. And I gotta say, I appreciate all the likes, by the way. 13 likes. By the way, there's going to be a stream in about 38 minutes on Ron's Computer Videos, I believe. It's Mac 84% Blue Scuzzy Adults Only Solder Party. So if you're an adult and you like to solder, in 38 minutes, I recommend you go to his channel. Atari Falcon or Amiga 3000 Tower. No, those are rare, but yeah, I had a girlfriend. Now I'm single. At least I have children. Your kids actually like this stuff too? My kids they're quite young, so it's not huge. They're not huge on this kind of thing. But honestly, if they're not into it, they're not into it. It's not a huge deal to me. Hey Garth, thanks for tuning in. Let me see if I can show you the mini that I've been using to do this without it turning off. So here it is. Sorry for the shakiness. Can I turn it around without it turning off? Yes, sorry for shaking the camera. So I don't know if you could see. If I can figure out which way to hold the camera. Sorry. This is very like opposite for me right now. So I don't know if you can see this, but it says 1.5 gigahertz. So yeah, Garth, I mean, it's written, and by the way, it is getting hot under this thing. Hopefully it doesn't melt anything. This is obviously from the video. So yeah, it says it's a 1.5 gigahertz core solo. Let's see if we can pause this. However, it is not. It is hard to see, but I don't know if you can tell. It is a 2.33 Intel gigahertz. Let's try that again. 2.33 gigahertz Core 2 Duo with 4 gigs of RAM. The last owner apparently did not tell me that they upgraded the CPU. I thought I was buying a $20 Core Duo that was not turning on properly or just not really displaying an image. Turns out, after some troubleshooting, which really was just me putting my ear to the machine, it was just a dead hard drive, which I have here. Right? There we go. So I swapped out another hard drive, which honestly came out of a Mac Mini, I'm pretty sure, because it was another Apple drive, the same exact size. And yeah, it works. It is a bonus, I do agree, but I don't know. I was thinking of maybe doing the upgrade myself because I had another of this exact machine, but it works perfectly fine. So it's actually pretty cool. I think, again, people are telling me, I haven't done tons of research into this. I think this is essentially as far as you could push these original Core Duo machines. Hey, Patrick, thanks for joining. And let me say to everyone, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I mean, I would appreciate if you could subscribe. I'm on that, trying to get to 1,000 subs. I'm pretty far away from it. Last I checked. How far am I? Let's take a look now. $139. And it might not seem like a lot to you, but to me, it is a lot, and I appreciate each and every person who actually does subscribe. It's always appreciated. Now, I'm no master of these machines. I know what I like to do. I know I like old game consoles, newer game consoles, mostly retro stuff, but having people subscribe, maybe watching a live stream or two. I don't do tons of them. I've done more now than ever. Is always appreciated. I try to put a lot of effort into the videos. Well, Garth, to me, if you do these CPU upgrades, it has to be financially, has to be worth it. When I do upgrades with CPUs, the last one I did was my 2010 Mac Pro. I had bought one. It was a dual tray one. I found on eBay 2, 3 gigahertz, 3.06 gigahertz quad cores, I think. Oh no, 6 cores, and cost me $60 with shipping. That was feasible, but you know, for a machine like the one that I'm using, like right down here, not in the video, the Mini, is it worth it? I don't know. Thanks, Dave, but I did not upgrade anything in this machine except I changed out the hard drive. And that's pretty simple. I don't know. What else can we try? Let's go to a website. Yeah. If you have not gone to this website, Tinker Different, I'm sure most of you on the stream right now are part of it, but I'll just show you anyways. Great resource. Talk to other computer enthusiasts such as yourself. Very cool, son. Let's see if I can move all of this closer. One moment. I hope it's a better view. You had 2012. I'm assuming you're talking about my Pro. The 6-core X5690s. I was going to go for the X5690s. But honestly, and he's on the stream right now, as I see him just pop back up, under the recommendation I've seen from Jay, honestly, that's the reason I got the ones that I put in there. Because I also thought about heat and in the rest of that, and for the difference in CPU power, I didn't really see the point of getting really more expensive ones. Your Squadra has a PPC 601 card. That's awesome. Did you do the upgrade or did you find the upgrade? Most of mine, I've done a couple of upgrades in them. But most of mine, I found locally with the upgrades inside. So again, in half an hour, I think it's on Ron's channel, so Ron Computer Videos. Head out to his channel. Tell him Retrotech he sent you. Yeah, even 1 6-core, though, is still pretty impressive. SE VGA. Anyways, this thing works really well. I mean, yeah, I'm using Arctic Fox, so it's not the original Safari that was on this machine, but it's scrolling very smoothly. Pretty usable. It came in a Quadra 950 I got, but the Quadra 700 CPU socket is damaged, so I'm using that PPC card to work around until my CPU socket replacement skills are up to swapping it out. I have no skills at all for soldering. I mean, yeah, to be fair, I've never tried, but I don't think I would do too well. Let me just shut off the other monitor 1 second. There we go. Oh, much better. Oh, I have one of these. I forget which model of message pad, but it does not work, and I'm pretty sure. Capacitors. You have a fix for what? What did I say? I'm an old man now, so I don't always remember what I'm saying. Mr. J. I found out Jay's middle name is Jay. Very odd. So I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty happy with this purchase. It came with the DVI to HDMI wire, which I didn't think he was going to give that to me, but he did. CPU upgrades already installed. That's pretty cool. All I had to do was swap in another hard drive. It's already maxed out on RAM. Which I don't know if you buy RAM locally where you guys are, but it seems people are pretty dumb when it comes about selling it, that they'll have like DDR2 RAM and they want like $20 a stick. It's like, no. I'm not paying you that for like 1 gigabyte of RAM. Hey, you want to get into iPods? Jay's middle name is Beige. That's true. I did make up the J part. It probably is Beige. You're just tuning in also. We tried installing Colin McRae Rally for Mac, and it does not run. It is not powerful enough. Oh. Tried our best. I don't have a ton of other software. Well, I have software. I should say it that way. I do have a ton of software. I just don't know what else I could possibly install on this machine, which would be worth it. Come on. This mouse would work. What else could we see in here? Again, this is not the previous owner's hard drive, so I tried installing UT, but it's empty. So don't get too excited. It would have taken way too long to download it from my NAS. So doing nothing. We're using about more than half the RAM. Open core it. Well, this sounds like a wonderful opportunity for you to put your latest series of videos in the chat. I was actually going to try and open core my 2011 iMac. And I think you said in your last video that they have a lot of fixes for, you know, the graphics and all that. I seem to be getting a lot of, I don't know if that's Greek, Russian, whatever spam in the chat. I don't know. I appreciate all you coming out today. I'm not going to take too much longer because there's stuff going on in my house. I'm sure my children would like to see me again. But now that Jay is back, I did have something else to show you, Jay. I found another one missing the logo. I thought you'd appreciate that. Yeah, it's running okay. It's hot underneath. I mean, not hot enough to melt the little Xbox One that I have here. I don't know. Did we want to see more mice before I put the whole bin away? They're all relatively wrapped together. Yeah, I know Ron is about to post to go on soon. That's why I'm going to end it soon because of him. Not that I think that we're in such extreme competition. Sorry for all the noise. Ta-da! I'm sure everyone has one of those. Or one of my favorite Apple mice, quite dirty with paint on it. How do you not love that? Or how about this? One of the worst Apple mice, because I can't stand the gestures and all that. This is an older one, if it would focus. There we go. Battery compartment, not one of those stupid ones that you plug it in, which is horrible design. How that got through, I'll never know. Anyways, I'm not going to go through this whole bin here. I will have to clean up said bin and put it away because I'm very strapped for space in where I am. See you, Garth. So I think that's about it. Unless there was anything else I could show you guys. I mean, we see that the mini works and works well. I'm not going to go through my whole collection because that would take a week. But these are just some of the things that I had lying around. Now, we did not get to the 30 likes it needed for my face, unfortunately, because I know Jay really wants to see what I look like. And I'm not too sure why my face should be the focus of the channel. And yet again, I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that I'm almost at 140. And I'm not going to say we. I don't know about the rest of you. And maybe it's just me personally. But when I see YouTube channels that talk about we and it's run by a person, it bothers me. It's a weird thing to bother me, but it does bother me because why do you say we when you're the only person making videos for your channel? Like, it just makes no sense to me. Again, your Oda face reveal. Tell you what, maybe in a future video, maybe I'm like Sean, who does Action Retro, which I'm sure you've all watched. And he waited quite a bit before showing his face. Now, I don't have the tattooed arms. I don't know if you can see that. I don't. So, yeah, a little bit different, but still. He didn't have the room. I probably have the room to show my face. There you go. You don't approve of my critique? My critique of the Wii channels and not the video game system? Show a photo of what? What do you want to see, Dave? My face? Sorry, Jeremy. If you say we and you're the only person who runs the channel, there is no we. I watch people's channels. I like their content, but I never consider myself part of their content. Whether it's a video game channel where they're picking up retro games or it's a computer channel, I'm not fixing or picking up anything. Well, Trina, that's a bit different. When you do it, people have no idea. But when I see one person who goes around picking up video games saying, "Hey guys, we scored this," no, I know it was you. Dave, you want to see my face? All right, I'm going to show you part of my face. Are you ready? How's that? I didn't get to 30 likes, so I can't show you the whole face. But I do have at least one eye, one eyebrow, and half a pair of glasses with hair on my head. Is that good? Let's shut off this machine here. And you can see I badly wrote RetroTech. You have to fix that. And there we go. Thanks, Adam. That's appreciated. It's funny, my wife said the same thing on our wedding day. I said, "Do you?" And she said, "I can't." And then she was scarred for life after, after agreeing. So I might end it there, I think, because it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I think in about 17 minutes, I'm going to go live on Ron's channel. And honestly, I don't have a ton more to show you. Unless anybody has any suggestions of if you want to see software, machines, things like that, I think I'm going to end it here. Thanks, Trina. I definitely appreciate you. From the first time I think we met on Macyak stream, I knew you were awesome, and not just because you are my neighbor in Toronto. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Oh, I know something I can show you before I leave. Actually, I can't get to it, so I think we're going to end it there. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I don't know if we'll be on Ron's stream. If I am, I'll say hi. If not, I hear that Jay will be streaming tonight one of his water damage or liquid damage boards. And then there might be a giveaway of a 2VX, I think he said. I don't know. That's what I heard. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, leave a like. I definitely appreciate it. And I will see you guys hopefully soon. Maybe it'll be another stream. Who knows? Have a great night, everybody.